So today we're going to look at an interesting loot distribution method for games like Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder. To do that, we're first going to look at a particular phenomenon called wealth by level. This chart represents particularly the wealth a character should come in at if they're starting at a level besides 1. Today we're going to look at a party of 4 and just see how these numbers play out compared to playing the actual game. So it takes a certain amount of experience to level. A character going from first level to second level should find themselves gaining about 3,000 XP for the slow XP track, 2,000 XP for the medium XP track, and 1,300 XP for the fast XP track. And this continues down the line. Today we're only going to be looking at the fast XP track, so we'll just hide these real quick. And you can see the amount of experience to get to the next level. This is a calculation of the previous, I'll click this one for you, the previous level's experience and the experience to the next level. Subtracting them gives the difference in level. So obviously if you start at 0 experience and you're going to 1,300 experience, it takes 1,300 experience. To get to 3,300 experience, you're gaining 2,000 more experience. And so this is just a calculation that we can see all the way down. Again, slow and medium are not super necessary. From another table, an on-level XP encounter is worth a certain amount of experience. So, a level 1 encounter for a level 1 party gives 400 experience split 4 ways for 100 experience each player. This is divided into the 1,300 experience to gain a level to show how many encounters at a particular level we need in order to level up. This is again just a calculation. I've also included the calculation formulas down here if you want to track along with me. These are the 2 columns we're using. As you can see, it works out nicely on the math. Until you get above 20th level, then it starts to get weird, but that's because experience starts doubling instead of going at a slower than doubling rate. Each encounter also has a certain amount of gold per CR. This is also from a table in the book, so we don't need these 2 columns. As you can see, what we're probably going to do is take the number of encounters it takes for you to level up, multiply them by the amount of gold you should get per encounter, and see how that compares to the wealth by level. Here's some more math. It's just that equation. So I'll use these 2 columns to quickly calculate how much coin you should have. So we take the sum of all the gold that the party has earned, we divide it by the number of players in the party, and get the gold that each character has earned at each level. So I'm sorry, I will amend this. This is GP in party per level. So this is just a calculation, and we'll run that down. So now we finally have the gold amount that we've earned through gameplay, and we can compare that to the amount of gold that we should have by that level. Now it's going to be off by 1 because at the end of first level we should have 1,300 GP. Well, at the end of first level, we're building a second level character, so that's 1000 GP. So as you can see, this division here of the gold totaled at one level divided by the gold that we should have by that level gives about 130%. And so we can sort of think about what that means. If the GM who runs the game drops loot randomly, he should probably calculate rewards by sell value, because he assumes that everything is going to be sold, and the players will then end up with the amount of coin that they should have. And there's a 30% buffer in there for wasting items by using them and then selling them off, or consumables, or various other standard of living costs. If, on the other hand, the GM builds a wish list for each character and draws the loot to be dropped from that, he should calculate each piece of loot that drops as if its full MSRP value is dropping, because the player is most likely going to want to use it.